Hi and welcome back to our channel. Today we're joined by a special guest yourself.
I'm Jillian. I am also a fan of BL.
And also a fan of Broadway.
Yes. Very much so. I love Broadway. I've roped these two into a little video about Broadway. Everything about that.
I'm really excited because we have a
Yes.
really exciting video planned for you today. And let's get into it.
Okay, today we're gonna be doing Broadway meets BLD. We have pick up some Broadway shows and some of their famous musicals, and we're gonna pick up some BL couples, but not the real couple, but the character's name, and then we're gonna match them together.
That sounds fun.
For all our Broadway love duets.
Awesome.
So then we'll start off with Hadestown, right?
Have you watched Hadestown?
Actually, we ran into each other.
Yeah.
We
We did. It was so much fun. I just saw it. I saw it originally when it was with Reeve and Eva. If anybody knows the show itself, they originally started the show and they continued for a while. And I saw it a bunch of times then. I recently saw it to go see Jack Wolf, and I happened to run into Chris, and it was super fun. And Jack Wolf was amazing. I highly, highly, highly recommend him as Orpheus. The song I've chosen today is All I've Ever Known. Is between Orpheus and Eurydice. It's once they've fallen in love and have decided to get married and everything. And it's her finally letting go of her fears and her mistrust of people, and Orpheus just being happy that she actually agreed to be with him, and as the other song is Go Home with Him.
So who are we thinking for this part?
So for me personally, since this is my favorite show, I went with Hira and Kyoyi from My Beautiful Man, because I think it's just perfect.
It's fitting, right? It's totally fitting.
It's just maybe not the first season where they're not actually together, but later seasons where they where Kyoyi has found his safety in Hira, and Hira just still being in shock that Kyoyi loves him.
What about you, Chris? Are you thinking of anyone?
I was thinking Jimmy C's characters from Last Twilight. It's just, I feel like they also would fit this perfectly. What do you think? It's good, right?
Oh, yeah. I think
agree.
so.
I highly agree.
I think.
And I feel like they need to be on Broadway. They would be so good, right? They could totally pull it off.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it's a lot of C's characters feeling more reserved and feeling nervous about trusting people, especially with the medical issues he's going through.
Right.
I think everyone's gonna want to know what we have next.
Yes. Okay. For the second one on the list, I went with Wicked, a classic, and I feel like most people already know what it's about, at least the first part, because there's been the movie.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for part 2. It's based as part of the Wizard of Oz. Okay, the song I chose for the first one is the song between Elphaba and Fiyero once they've escaped the Emerald City together. It's in part 2 for anybody who has only seen part 1 of the movie.
Spoilers.
So spoilers, yes, spoilers. Sorry, it's
Skip a little if you don't want spoilers.
And
Go for it.
both songs I have from Wicked are gonna be from part 2, so you can skip all of the Wicked section if you want. No spoilers. So it's Elphaba finally feeling safe and secure, and that somebody actually can love her and wants to be with her, since most people have been judging her whole life due to her skin being green, and the fact that she's on the run now. People think that she's this evil, horrible person when she's just trying to fight for the injustice that's happening within Oz.
Yeah.
And Fiyero just being happy that he can finally be with her after so long apart, and just telling her he loves her for who she is. The people I had for the BL couple I chose was Propai and Sky from Love in the Air. I thought it fit kind of perfect. Sky, who after all the traumatic stuff he suffered previously, not really being able to trust people again, but then finally be able to trust Propai, even though probably initially came on a bit strong. And Fiera and Papaya are like a lot similar, and like they initially start off kind of like ditzy, kind of very like forward people, but then they kind of mellow out as they like match the people that they fell in love with, Sky and
That's a good
Alpha.
way to look at it. Yeah, they definitely find a deeper part of themselves too.
So, and then the other song I went with was For Good, which I know for anybody who's seen a musical, it's not a love song unless you're like super into the Alphaba Glinda ship, which is like I could see it. Don't get me wrong, but it's not technically a love ballad. But I think it's a really good connection. It's towards the end of the show, after Alphaba and Glinda have come to terms with everything that's happened and have realized that the issues they have with each other aren't as important as the connection that they've grown and how they've impacted each other's lives.
Right.
So I thought it kind of went really well with White and Sean from Not Me, because one is like Alpha, Sean is very politically minded but also really jaded about how the world is going, whereas White didn't really know any of this, is pretending to be his twin, but didn't really know any about this, and is like finally finding out through Sean and is realizing like the situation of the world, but still is able to see the good in certain things and like see the good things that are changing.
And I was also thinking maybe Sky Nani, from
Because it's a
High School
friend.
High School
Frenemy.
Frenemy. Yeah, and like that whole like shipping and like, you know what I mean,
It's definitely like the basic the base level of where it should like that like matches like really well for like the base of like the
I
song.
think so. I think so too.
Little Shop of Horrors is the next one we have going on. It is based off of a movie from the 60s that became a theater musical in 82 and then became a movie musical in 86. It's a very big classic. It's currently doing a revival, which I've seen a few times. It's really good. They change cast a lot. Most of the time it's like famous people. I recommend. Since I don't know who's seen the movie musical, but it's about Seymour Krelborn, who's a like plant enthusiast. He works in a plant shop in very poor part of New York back then, Skid Row.
Now the Upper East Side.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding.
I said yes, and I was like, oh yeah. I trusted you. I was like, yeah. He discovers a plant, names it Audrey 2 after the girl he has a crush on at work, Audrey. Finds fame and fortune from the plant, but it turns out the plant is a carnivore who demands a steady diet of human blood and flesh.
Oh.
And yeah, it suddenly takes a turn. You're like, oh, really? Wow. And then after a series of murders, the plant's insatiable appetite still grows and ultimately does not end well for anybody other than the plant, who is also an alien.
An alien? Oh my goodness, this sounds perfect for Halloween, actually.
It really actually is. It's kind of perfect for Halloween, like especially the way it ends. It's kind of crazy. The song I went with was just like an iconic song, like standard for
Icon.
Icon.
a standard for like any most like if you're like in a musical theater, you probably know the song, but Suddenly Seymour. It's between Seymour and Audrey. Seymour, who's just murdered Audrey's abusive ex-boyfriend. Well, now ex because he's dead, but she doesn't know that obviously. But Seymour wants to use the money he's gotten from Audrey 2 to run away with her and give her a better life. Audrey's finally feeling safe by somebody who hasn't hurt her or expected too much of her other than to like be herself. And so just the song's about her like and how his kindness has made her feel more accepted.
Okay, I was thinking Oh Boom from Maserati.
Oh.
Yeah,
their character?
Their characters.
They I feel like, you know, his character went through so much and also had that really abusive father.
Yeah.
And, you know, I could see him trying to run away with him.
Yeah.
That would be nice. They could pull it off too.
They
And I really
they
feel
could.
like they would be good on Broadway too doing a musical, wouldn't they?
I would be there every day. Every single day. Every single day. But all the tickets. Yeah, I think that works so perfect. Next, we have Dear Evan Hansen, another very popular one, at least back then. Nowadays, kind of past, but okay. It was a very popular music when it came out in 2016, won a bunch of Tony Awards in 2017. I saw it a few times. It was also a movie, haven't seen that. Mostly because people would say it was good, but anyway, I digress. It's about Evan Hansen, a high school student who's written himself a letter for therapy assignment, and after a misunderstanding, the letter ends up with his classmate Connor Murphy, who commits suicide, and the letter is found on him. So his family believes that him and Evan were friends, also because Connor signed his cast, and is the only person that signed his cast because Evan is kind of the outcast in school. Evan wanted to comfort them and finally feel seen, lies, and events of friendship between him and Connor, which kind of spirals out of control when he gets fame from social media, and eventually, after a series of moments of after a bunch of chaos, he's forced to confront the ethical dilemmas of what he did and the consequences of his
I
actions.
hope so.
Yeah. It's not the best look, but the song I went with is Only Us, which is between Evan and Zoe, Connor's sister, who he's loved forever, but has only just gotten the chance to connect with because of his fake friendship with Connor, which is very questionable. But when you don't look at that and you think about the emotions of the song, it's Zoe wanting to move on from this tragedy and the complicated relationship she had with her brother, and Evan finally feeling seen after he's dealt with not having ever felt really wanted by anybody, and just his anxiety and self-esteem issues, finally feeling like this girl that he's always loved finally wants him.
And who are we thinking for this?
For this one, I went with Hidden Agenda, Joke and Zoe. At all my phone.
Okay, yeah.
I
Not
thought,
as extreme, but
not
it
as
works.
extreme, definitely. And Joke definitely doesn't have the same issues, emotional and psychological issues that Evan is dealing with. But he does lie, and the lie gets him close to the object of the section, Zoe. Also the section Zoe and Zoe.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise I think that it matches one's hope that even though there is a lie, that the feelings are true. And then on the other side, somebody who doesn't know about the lie and just thinks that they're falling in love naturally, but doesn't know that there's this big secret and how it'll affect how they feel about the other person when they find out. For the next show, I went with Rent, an absolute classic, another classic. I'll keep saying it. A lot of these are classics.
I think anyone who's into Broadway knows this, right?
Yes, definitely. Especially the song Seasons of Love. That's what that song is from. Which I remember learning in choir. It's an iconic song. But this isn't the song. This show, I haven't actually seen it. So if I get anything wrong, I'm sorry. It hasn't been on a revival. I'm waiting for that. I haven't seen the movie just because I keep forgetting. I'm terrible at getting to things. It originally premiered. I will get there. I will get there eventually. Maybe after this, I'll be I gotta go home and watch it. Rent originally premiered in 1996. It is a Jonathan Lawrence show. It was one of Jonathan Lawrence's shows. It is about a bunch of friends in New York City's East Village in the late 1980s and early 1990s, grappling with poverty, the AIDS epidemic, and their own dreams. It is loosely based on Giacomo Puccini's opera La Bohème. The song I went with is between Joanne and Maureen, with a lesbian couple. Well, I think Joanne is bisexual. No, Maureen is bisexual, but they're both women. The song is Take Me or Leave Me. Maureen is more of a free spirit. She wants to be able to just exist as she sees fit. And Joanne is not exactly comfortable with all the ways she does that. She thinks that Maureen flirts a bit too much with people. But they do love each other. But this song is a lot about their conflicting personalities. Maureen sees Joanne as more stuck up, and not stuck up, but more of a stick in the mud type person, more serious, and Joanne sees Maureen as like a bit too free spirited.
I see.
So that is.
So what do we think?
You think?
Well, I was thinking Force book because in Enchante, their characters,
Yeah.
Force always so serious.
Yeah.
Books
And the
are
book is always
playful.
silly.
Yeah, I agree in that one. So.
I think it works because like, especially like when you think about like, without knowing the lie that he's organized all these relationships to get Force's character. Force is just seeing him flirt with all these guys and is getting jealous, and he's like, why? And Book is like, let me be me, even though he's not really.
Next up, we have Heathers.
And I like one of my favorites that's only been off Broadway, surprisingly. I don't know why it's never come to Broadway. Maybe it was their choice.
And it's like Mean Girls, right? But with murder.
Mean Girls with murder. That's how my mom press fitted it to me when I went to see it in 2010 when it first came out. Because I was like, what is it about? She's like, Mean Girls with murder. I was like, that's weird, but okay. It's like the original Mean Girls.
I see.
It's a 1989. It's based off of a 1989 movie, a dark comedy, which became a cult classic with Winona Ryder, and then it became a musical off Broadway in 2010, and it's currently doing its revival off Broadway in the same theater. I saw it recently. Very good. It centers around Veronica Sawyer, a high school student who's just in this desperate situation of like what I imagine is like the worst high school experience you probably ever have. She finds her way into the powerful clique of the Heathers, Heather Chandler, the leader, and then Heather Duke and Heather McNamara. Mm-hmm. She quickly realizes that she doesn't want to be part of it, especially when it means like hurting and bullying her best friend Martha, who isn't popular by any means. And she also meets JD, Jason Dean, who's a mysterious new student, and accidentally murders Heather Chandler. But it's an accident on her part, not on his part, for the most part. And after Heather becomes a martyr to the school because they forge a suicide note making her seem like she's like this really cool, like giving person, which she wasn't necessarily, but she is also like kind of like in the background as a ghost, and it's kind of funny watching her like react to all the stuff. And JD loves what happens, and he decides that he wants to continue this crusade of murder. You know, and it's like most of the shows played for comedy, but a lot of the stuff that happens is like very intense.
Right. Sounds it.
Yeah.
I might be like this if I listen.
Yeah. There was surprisingly a lot of kids in the show. It was weird.
Kids are strong these days. I think they're stronger than us.
I remember it was the funniest moment. I remember at some point when Kurt gets shot, some kid in the audience just went, "Oh my god." Just so loudly, and everybody just started bursting into laughter. It was the funniest thing ever. She breaks up with JD after she realizes that he's devolved into this like psychopath. The song I went with was 17. It is Veronica just begging JD that maybe they can have a normal life and not murder people. And basically giving him an ultimatum saying, it's me or murder. Like, choose. And
we need someone toxic for this.
We definitely need someone toxic for this. And so I went with Vegas and Pete because from Kim Forsh.
Perfect.
Because it's absolute one of the most iconic.
That-
This whole show, this whole
Okay.
video, iconic.
Another iconic.
It's like one of the iconic toxic shows.
That is totally perfect. I really could see it.
I think that it's definitely, and then we got the matching things of JD and Vegas both having abusive dads and not having mothers. And Pete and Veronica being like the anchor, keeping them from going over the edge, but eventually the question is it fair on that character to be the person that's responsible for that? I mean, Vegas,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, now that you said that, I think I kind of think of Jimmy Ong
Yeah.
character.
Ramil
In
and
the next one.
Patil.
Yeah.
I think so
That one
too,
too.
especially because like it's Jimmy's character. Ramil's the same abusive dad.
Yeah.
I believe No Mom. I haven't actually finished the next Prince.
Y'all make you watch that too.
I gotta watch that. I started it. I gotta finish it. I don't know why I stopped. Anyway, so yeah, I think that works really well. I mean, Vegas and Pete and Ramil and Patil, not exactly the same,
Mm-hmm.
but definitely you think of it in the context of this song and Veronica and JD's relationship. They do all share a lot of similarities.
They can do it.
Yeah. So Waitress is based off of a 2007 movie. They made it a musical, and it came out in 2016. It's a contemporary musical, and I saw it several times, and it was really, really great. Very emotional. They sold really good pies. Because Jenna is a character, and she's a pie maker. She's a baker.
Nice.
And the pies were really, really good. I miss those pies. I want those pies. I gotta find those pies. Doesn't matter. Jenna is a waitress and an expert pie maker in a small southern town in America. And she feels trapped in a loveless and abusive marriage to her husband Earl. She figures out she's pregnant and panics because she planned to leave. But now, after some time, she realizes she really has to leave for her baby. And she tries to enter a pie baking contest. And she falls into a secret and ill-advised affair with her gynecologist, who is also married, Jim Palmater. And they fall in love. They're well connected, but it's not the smartest choice that either of them made, especially Jim. A lot of red flags from them. So the song I went with first is You Matter to Me, which is being Jenna and Jim, and I thought it really matched. It really worked because she doesn't feel like she matters in her marriage, and she doesn't feel like she's mattered in a while because of the abusive nature of the marriage. And having someone say that you matter with no other expectations is really beautiful. Okay, so the one I went with was Nakari Se and Hagiwara Kazaki from When It Rains It Pours, which is a smaller one, sort of more recent, but both of them, well, one of them, Hagiwara, is in a relationship with his girlfriend who has decided, without telling him, that she's just never going to sleep with him again. And he doesn't feel loved or like important in a relationship at all. And then he meets Nakari Se, who is in like an unrequited thing with his guy, and he doesn't feel like he will ever be loved because he doesn't see why this guy won't love him. And together they find a connection and comfort within each other, even though it is an affair, but only on Hagiwara's part, really. And it's sort of like a comfort that they have for each other that doesn't expect much from the other person.
That sounds perfect. Yeah, I totally agree. It's made to be together.
Okay, the next one I went with was Never Getting Rid of Me, which is not between the main couple, but between the side couple of Jenna's also fellow waitress friend Dawn, and the guy that she has a date with one day, like her first date, Ogi. Ogi, the day after the date, bursts into the restaurant, declares his love for her. Very loud public display, which as a shy person, Dawn is like kind of freaked out about. And like, in a way, it's kind of really pushy, but he's also like, it's like from a place of love, and it's not, like, it could be super creepy, but it's not really super creepy, unless you really...
Unless you see the real him.
Yeah. Unless you see the real him, and it just shows how much he already loves Dawn, who didn't think that she could find love, which was a whole nother song earlier. But the one that I went with is Minato's Laundromat. the main couple from Minato's Laundromat, because Shin, the younger of the two, is very vocal, very firm about his feelings for Minato, and yeah, and Minato's more like reserved. He's like, no, you're really young. But in the end, it ends up cute and happy.
Now, finally, we have
Mamma Mia.
Oh,
I'd say most people know Mamma Mia.
I love the show too.
Yeah, it's really great. And I think that it's doing a revival right now. They've done several revivals. They're doing one right now. It's a lot of fun. Lay Your Love on Me is the song I went with. It's between Sophie and Sky. Sophie and Sky are the couple getting married in the show, the main couple. And Sophie's trying to find her dad, which is I won't.
Oh yeah.
The song, it's a very passionate song about how they love each other. And they want to be able to rely on each other.
For that.
I think, for me personally, it's another edit I did at some point. It's Only Friends, Furikao's characters, Sand and Ray.
Oh,
Just
okay.
the connection they have, because, like, I think that Sky's character, Sky in Mamma Mia is saying, like, how he didn't really think that he would ever be serious about a relationship, which is kind of like Ray, because he didn't think he was really serious about Sand because he's in love with Mew. And then Sophie's character saying that she was like really trying to be cautious and careful, but she fell so deeply for Sky, like Sand did for Ray, that it kind of like negated those barriers.
And I feel like so many people watching this are gonna be so happy to see them on this list because I think they're fan favorites.
I love those two. I love.
First cow.
First Cow is amazing.
So, also, if you're watching this video and you're seeing these t-shirts and you want to buy some,
Awesome.
design them.
Yeah, I have an Etsy, Starry Love shop on Etsy. Yeah.
And we'll drop a link to that below too.
Thank you.
So
Wait.
definitely
The
check
one
it
that
out.
you're wearing is We Are.
Yes,
And then the one that Chris is wearing is Revenge Love.
A new one that I started
Thank
doing.
you.
Yeah.
You're so talented.
Thank
Thank you for that, all that info and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna dream of this tonight. It was so fun chatting with you. We had such a great time.
I had a lot of fun, guys, and it's like I love talking about musicals and DL, so this is like the perfect mix of the two.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for watching and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.